drop here in 4 minutes.
Probably. Evening, everybody. Welcome to the TeamStream. It's 9:05. Thank you for sticking through the end of WCW Thunder for the beginning of What's on Joe Mind. We are really just trying to update news right down to the very last minute, so I can't be responsible if we miss anything. We literally running news at 8:58 p.m. So, frankly, if it happens between then and right now, I don't care. I don't care. Be right back right after you take a listen to our kick-ass theme song. Hey, everybody. Welcome to What's on Joe Mind. We are a fan cast about the world of G.I. Joe. I'm your host, Mike Irizarry. How's everybody tonight?
Not bad.
Right. Andrew Galgan asking the important questions. Do I care? No, I don't care.
I don't care. I don't care.
But as you can see, the honcho still on vacation with the family, lugging two teenagers across Europe. God bless him. And Joe Colton still on maternity with her adorable little daughter, and a I don't know if he's a well-rested wrist lock just yet, but anyways, God bless them all. But so here in the top row, someday soon there will be a Rack Time, but for now, still a man without a show. Rack Time Rob is with us.
Hi, everybody. No, I didn't buy Void Rivals. There's no Joes in it.
Yeah, no. Why would you? I mean, everybody loves Jetfire, but
yeah, I got one of those. It's
he's over there. And in the bottom row, he is one of the main guys over at Grindstone Toys. And we've talked to him many times because of their project, Call Sign Longbow. He is also manages to hold down his seat on the list of on the bench of our reserve hosts. It's Troy McKie, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, everybody.
It's you'd have been here with Phil, but he bailed.
Phil.
So
I didn't leave you hanging.
No,
Must have been a hot popcorn holder drop at
no, he was going to dinner with his dad or some nonsense like that.
Family.
Father's Day was Sunday. Today is Tuesday. It's the TeamStream.
Wow.
On Tuesdays. And as such, if you're watching us on Facebook tonight, go ahead, give us a thumbs up, give us a heart, give us a little huggy guy. We love little huggy guy. We got a couple of them already. If you're catching us here on YouTube, the home channel, if you will, go ahead and click the like button, subscribe to the channel, do all the cool YouTube stuff. Spread us around your various social circles. We've grown up. We're close to 1,300 subscribers. That is all because of you guys. You are responsible for the spread. So if you can just click a couple extra clicks tonight, we'd really appreciate it. We're up to a dirty dozen as far as the coffee subscribers, the swear jarriers.
Wow, that's two more than what Sunday night when you said we had 10.
Right. And for some reason, our subscriptions are holding steady, but more people want to send us money. So I suppose that's a good ratio to have. Increase that subscriber to paid subscriber ratio, right?
Yeah, we're gonna have to start sending out tote bags or something.
The good people at 4Imprint sent us a tote bag, so maybe that's. I'll send one out with one of the world's greatest clicky pens. The best clicky pen in G.I. Joe podcasting, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a Bic. Damn fine clicky pen. Those things are everywhere.
Figure Six Pack says, I can't enjoy the start of summer unless someone does the floss dance, the What's on Joe Mind theme. I don't know what that is. So
I'm not sure what it is either, but I have a feeling that if one of the three of us did it, it would ruin your summer.
Yeah, I mean, Troy, you're the least embarrassing in regards to body weight, so you can give that one a shot when you get the chance. Okay.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah.
Right. I try to do any kind of dance. I'm going to throw out a vertebrae at this point. So nobody needs that. My insurance is good. I don't need to test it see if it's that good. But let's see. I think people need to let Troy get wave 1 out first, then worry about wave 2. Well, Troy, has this been a problem for you?
We had a lot of that conversation at Joe Fest last weekend.
Where are my fingers, Troy?
Right.
We'll get there eventually.
But Bart has my back here. He's like, Mikey, dear, are you okay? The news leaks right before the show get to you. Tell you what, Bart, and everybody, when Yojo June was announced and we saw those Wednesday afternoon pre-sale things go up on Entertainment Earth on their calendar, I knew that I was royally fucked this month. Like last year, Yojo June, everything happened on Tuesday, and we were doing the team stream on Friday. So we had lots of time. It was all just laid right out for us, no problems. And then this year, of course, we had to make the move to Tuesday to accommodate my work schedule. And then I see everything is on Wednesday. And I'm just sitting there saying to myself, oh, crap, everything's going to happen Tuesday night. During the show. And so I'm happy that hasn't gone down just yet. We've been lucky in that most everything that's broken early has at least broken before we've gone to air. So I've had a chance to include some of it in our Tuesday night discussions, and we'll do some of that tonight. Make no mistake. But yeah, it's been rough. I'm doing a lot of social media Tuesday night, a lot more than I'm used to. Normally I get on social media, I plug the damn show, and I'm out. No, not so much this time around. I'm doing my diligence on Tuesday nights. I know I can't count on Racktime Rob for that. He's not part of any of that shit.
No, I have no social media presence.
0. People send me questions to ask Racktime Rob.
Yeah. And as a result, I'm not inordinately angry all the time. So
get an email address. Troy, Josiah Alcorn has got a question. How prevalent was the thick in the crotch joke at Joe Fest?
Fairly prevalent. I heard a number of people make that joke.
Good.
So you're saying we still have more work to do?
Yes. Yeah,
All
not
right.
everybody made that joke, so keep at it, boys.
Scott and a bunch of symbols wants to know if it's Yojo June, when is Cobra's month? Cobra Convergence is in July. I figure if you came from Put a Cobra Commander stream, you should know that, brother. Come on now. There's a quiz later. You got to be on that one. Neil Hill says, sounds like we better get out the swear jar tonight. Well, once we get rolling, I'll be okay. But I'm going to be my lovely curmudgeon-y self until we get to...
He's full of wings, and he's taking on all comers. Right.
It's just, Rob and I, we went with former host of the What's on Joe Mind Fantasy Football Show, Jamie Johnson. We took in our semi-regular Tuesday night chicken wing outing, and just watching it all, just sitting there at the table, watching it all happen. Oh crap! We're gonna have to get Scott. It's okay, man. I'm just giving you a hard time. We do that a little bit too.
Yeah, we do that a lot.
Please stay with us. And I figured as much. See, when we're seeing these symbols, they don't come through on StreamYard for us. It's they're other far less complicated symbols. So for us, they look like just nonsense. You can see there. Those are not Japanese symbols on the screen right now. So apologize for that.
Yeah, blame StreamYard.
But yes, no, our good friend Brian Lower, who streams every Tuesday night at 7 on the Hooded Cobra Commander 788 channel, right before us, our lead-in show, if you will. He does Cobra Convergence with every year in July, and we all get together in the community and we do Cobra related content, and Our day is July 4th, which happened to be a Tuesday this year. I have no idea what we're doing. But I promise everybody it'll happen in the afternoon, so you can go out and watch fireworks at night, and then either just before or catch us afterwards. But we're not going to compete with stuff blowing up in the sky. That's one of the things that makes America great. But yeah, Scott, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like curse symbols, like your Yosemite Scott or something like that.
Razafrag varmints.
Right. You know what, gentlemen? We got a lot going on tonight. Real quick, Andrew Galgan's got a birthday today. Happy birthday, Andrew Galgan.
Hello, Andrew. Happy birthday.
And welcome. I know I try to welcome the new folks. Scott, welcome to the show. Join us every week. We're here at 9:05 here on the Superstation. But yeah, Diana Davis notes July 4th is Comfort the Terrified Pets and Vets Day. Yeah, it's not good.
Vets giving out a lot of tranquilizers that day.
Mm-hmm. When I used to work at a pet supply store, and we used to those little chewy, not CBD, but other similar type put you to sleep kind of stuff. Yeah, we sold a lot of them this time of year. A whole lot of them. Oh, Troy's on mute. He's dying.
Uh-oh.
Going back to the rum and Coke. Good job, Troy.
Wash it down.
Okay. Oh, Andrew just said his birthday's July 4th.
All right. Well, happy birthday then. By all means, just try and soak us for as much attention as you can. You be that way. You be that way. What do you say we get to community calendar? Start the show up. I'm going to go with the original community calendar intro today, because our first item on there was sent in by Agent Chuckles, James Booth himself. So
all right.
There's a Comic-Con or a toy show. What's on Joe mind? Wants to know. Tell Mike, Mark, and Joe. Community calendar.
remember, if you've got a show you want us to plug, what's on Joe Mind at gmail.com. That's the best place. You can send it to other places. I can't promise you I'm going to remember to get it on there, but you get me an email, I'm pretty solid with that. And sorry about I can't even remember to hit buttons tonight. That's how wrapped up in the news I am. Damn it, that's where we're at. Anyways, first up this weekend is Washington State SummerCon.
Oh,
that is at the Washington State Fair and Event Center in Puyallup, Washington. I don't know where Puyallup, Washington is. We were talking about this a little bit before the show. I have a $5 bet with Troy that you land at SeaTac, and then a group of Inuits show up on a dog sled and take you to Puyallup. That is my guess as far as where Puyallup, Washington is. But this is a big one. Tickets and information are available for you at wasummercon.com. That's WA like Washington. Guests include Vincent D'Onofrio, Mike Grell, Larry Hama, Tim Seeley, Mark Wade, Marv Wolfman, a whole mess of folks from Star Trek, the entire cast of Charmed, many, many more favorites from TV and comics. It's a big show. So we figure probably somewhere around Seattle or Tacoma. You don't have to give us exact directions to Puyallup. But
it sounds like a loaded con.
Yeah. Jake and Diana they got us south of Seattle. Okay. So just checking. Anyways. Hill said Puyallup. Okay. If you say so. I'm not going to get that right. But Jim, when they say the cast of Charmed, do they mean Alyssa Milano, Airport, Here I Come? I'll be honest, I didn't check. Certainly. I did not go down and tick my entire list of the cast of Charmed.
That's amazing that they got the whole cast, all the extras and everything. That's got to be That's got to be a massive group of guests.
Big get was Key Grip Jerry.
Mm.
Well, they even got the craft services guy, which is good because they'll need him.
X-Ray Bandicoot asks, is Joe Colton's baby eating ketchup chips yet? I would say probably.
She knows what's good for her.
Right. I probably. I mean, we can't be worried too much about little mango habanero, because while Joe Colton is going to be one of those alpha moms, Liz is there. You know, Joe Colton's mom is there, so that's going to keep everything balanced out. You know how grandparents are; they take mom and dad right out, cut them off at the knees. Oh, goodness. So, yeah, if you're in the area up around Seattle, find yourself an Inuit dog sled and get yourself to Washington State SummerCon.
And yes, I seen the comment. Marv Wolfman is still alive.
Yeah. I didn't know that was. Yeah.
I mean, unless you're confusing with his close friend Len Wein, who did die probably about 5 years ago. But
yeah. But Neil Hill says many more typically means Starving Artist Alley. No, there's actually a lot of folks you've heard of at this show. I'm only dedicating one screen to it. So, but by don't take my laziness as a means to short sheet the Washington State SummerCon. It's a big deal. Stonegate Creation. I'm a grandpa now. Completely ignore the kids for the babies. That's how it's done, Stonegate Creation. Good job. Matt Rubin doing the homework for us. Negative. Rose McGowan, Shannon Doherty, Holly Marie Combs. Okay, so sorry.
That's the original charm, not the remake.
No. Rose McGowan was the substitute for Shannon Doherty.
No, there was a second Charmed show like a couple of years ago.
Was there?
Yeah.
Troy, do you know about this?
Nope.
What do we have you on for, Troy? What are you here for?
I'm the backbencher, man. I don't know what to tell you. You get what you get.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, we'd have brought Phil back if you're this lacking with Charmed information.
Didn't know you were lead Charmed correspondent, did you, Phil?
No.
You, Troy? Yeah.
That was part of the whole selling point. That's how we. Yeah.
I mean, I can jump on Wikipedia at any time.
Scott, we'll get there. Relax. Comics are in the news. We'll get there. Stay tuned. Matt Rubin, always here to straighten us out on stuff like this. The second show got canceled. It had a few seasons, but it wasn't the original. If you say so, brother. Okay. I didn't watch any of the original. I didn't know the remake even happened.
They would pimp it when I was still, like watching Arrow and The Flash.
All right. Sure, if you say so. Anyways, next up. Yeah, we've been telling you about it for a couple of weeks, but Saturday is the DFW G.I. Joe and Action Figure Show, and that is at the Grapevine Convention Center in Grapevine, Texas. $10 gets you general admission, $15 gets you in an hour early. That's $15. You can get general admission plus free preview on Friday night from 6 to 8. That's $20. They are not doing advanced sale. Everything is at the door. So be careful if you're finding anybody trying to sell you advanced tickets to this show. It's not happening. Don't buy them. Ron Rudat's going to be there. Pixel Dan, noted toy enthusiast, will be in attendance as well. I know Dan is probably not watching our show, but he's a buddy. So I'm sure he will enjoy that we got toy enthusiast up there for him. He was in Indiana. That's one of the notings on his sign was toy enthusiast. He was like he had a nice vinyl sign made for his booth, and He was like, well, yeah, the guy making the sign wanted to put YouTube star or something like that. He's like, well, it's not that seems a little full of himself. He didn't want to go down that route, so they went with toy enthusiast instead. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to run with that as far as my legs will take me. Matt Rubin says, I didn't watch Charmed either, but I watch YouTubers who got into that kind of thing. Well, now you got Charmed info secondhand. Come on.
Oh
no. Red Foreman with the news that we already know. Settle down, man. We're coming. We're not at the news yet. Settle down. Goodness, everybody wants their piece of the action, you know. So yes, but that's it for tickets on DFW show. Be sure to visit Mark II Design. They're going to have their classified Python Patrol claws. They're going to be doing the head scans again. Unfortunately, Chunky Tank Kitties have sold out.
He did a scan of my head at his shop. We did a meet here in Colorado about a month ago. It came out really good. They're awesome.
Yeah, I saw some of the images that he's got on his site there, and they do look good. They certainly look better than the generic dough head that they got for selfie series. So, but you can get it for 3/4 inch size, 3 3/4. You can get it for classified. You can go up to a 1/6 scale. There's all kinds of options there. So if you're getting to the DFW GI Joe show, be sure to stop in and at least see what they've got to go on. He's up in your neck of the woods, isn't he, Troy?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, he's in Denver. So.
Out in Colorado. But Red Foreman, today I turned 40, officially an old man. Oh my God, you don't know old.
You have not yet begun to age.
Right? Rack Time Rob hit 50 back in February. We're just proud of him because nothing fell off yet. Still got a full head of hair. That's enough of an accomplishment right there.
Don't jinx me.
All right. Sean Russell notes, I don't think they have enough rest for my head. We call that the Mark Webber conundrum.
Super head.
Yeah, I got to tell you, yeah, complaining about 40. Boy, you might be in the wrong team stream here.
I yearn to complain about being 40.
These guys they're the ancient mariners haunt our team stream.
I would sell my soul to go back to complaining about being 40.
You're definitely in the young half of our demographic. According to YouTube, we bat almost exclusively between 35 and 54. So yeah, oh no, I felt pretty damn good at 40. I had a couple of good years left at 40. And then around 42, the wheels flew off in whatever direction they could find. House of Dagobah. I miscomplained. Oh, amen to that, brother. That's the truth. But anyways, Red Foreman, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us tonight, even if you're a little jumpy with the news.
That's all right. We're giving him his initiation razzings.
Right. Yeah, some razzing. Oh, you're so young. Anyways. So
I hope we haven't scared him off. I haven't seen any comments roll from him.
Check out the
Poor guy.
DFW show. Be sure to check out the Mark II Design booth once you get in there.
Now I feel bad.
Troy, John's going to be down there. Your partner, John Kukovic, he'll be down there with Call Sign Longbow, won't he?
He will, yes. And he's got all the paint masters, so swing by and check those out. And he'll have those at the DFW show. So he'll also have battle stands for sale. So
you were going to let me slide right into the next show and not say anything, weren't you?
Well, I was kind of waiting. I didn't want to step on what you had here for Mark.
All right. Well, you know what, Troy? That brings you back That brings you back in. That puts you actually. That's a skill that Racktime Rob hasn't picked up on yet. He's here every week. Duck Collector says, "I'm a grown man. I'm 40." I can't remember what the Oklahoma State coach said years. I believe that was Mike Gandy.
Yeah. No.
Or whatever. He's past 50 now. As long as he's old.
But still a jerk. So.
Yeah. He's still a kind of a crap, but whatever. But oh my goodness. Anyways, also next weekend, but on Sunday, the New England G.I. Joe show out in the world famous Knights of Columbus Hall in Tewksbury, Massachusetts. They're open 10 to 2, admissions $5. Kids 12 and under are free. Early bird gets you in at 8 for 20. But as all the real fans will tell you, that's when the deals happen. You can always check out negijoshow.wixsite.com/my site. Andrew Gaugan, always with something quality about Tewksbury, Massachusetts. Tewksbury, your hope goes to die, but is just mugged, rolled for booze money, and left in a ditch.
You do PR for the Chamber of Commerce up there, don't you, Andrew?
Our fans are the best fans.
Rolled for booze money.
You know, there aren't nearly as many of you as there should be, but I'll take you guys to hell and back. Make no mistake. Hell. Oh. Oh my God. But anyways, parking is free. So get
All right.
Knights of Columbus Hall in Tewksbury. That is Sunday from 10 to 2. Don't sleep in. Don't go to church. Get yourself to the show, then do all that stuff. He's God. He's been there the whole time. He's going to be there afterwards. You can spend a morning at the toy show. Anyways. Next up. Also next Sunday, the Ohio Toy and Comic Show is back.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
At their new location, the Hilton Garden Inn in Dayton, Ohio, or Beaver Creek, Ohio, depending on the argument you want to take. $5 admission. Kids get in free. I mean, I can't. I don't have any kids, so I wouldn't know what to charge for them. I would think maybe $3.99 a pound. Troy, what's the rate?
Yeah, that sounds right.
$3.99 a pound for children.
Yeah.
All right.
It's more accurate than age.
Good. Diana Davis has a question. Hey, guys, remember the Flag Awards? I was just thinking about them today. No, I do not.
I don't either.
No recollection of the Flag Awards. You got anything on that, Troy?
Not off the top of my head, but I'm guessing it was fan awards of some kind.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to stuff like that. There's supposedly a fan hall of fame out there. And all I know is that I've been doing a podcast about G.I. Joe for 12 years, and nobody from our show is in that hall of fame. So sure, whatever. I'm sure it means a lot.
Well, as long as you're not bitter.
I mean, I'm not. It's just, come on now. At least give me the opportunity to turn it down. That wouldn't. Look, anytime anybody's moved or not moved by our silly little program, great. I do not need fan hall of fames to be happy. Just click the like and subscribe buttons. Let's just do that, and I'm satisfied. You'll never hear from me again. Just do those two things. Matt Rubin, there's like 40-ish people in the chat right now wondering what the Flag Awards are /. I think "were" is probably accurate, and yeah, it's okay. X-Ray Bandicoot says charging by weight for kids is no good. My kid would be $90. No, X-Ray Bandicoot. That means you're selling the kid for $3.99 a pound. You're not buying the kid for. Why would you buy a kid for $3.99 a pound?
Well, somebody's got to buy it. Otherwise, what's the point of selling?
Yeah, somebody else. You're not in the buying business. You're in the selling business.
Unless he was hoping for more.
We're demonetized right now. Just so you know, right. That was the moment right there.
Glad I could be here for that.
Oh hell. It's been a week. Of course, July 9th, we got another edition of the Toy Man Show out in Bridgeton, Missouri, just west of St. Louis, out by the airport. $5 gets you in the door. Parking is plentiful. $15 gets you in an hour early, and I know for a fact that that's when the deals happen at Toy Man Show. Good Lord. But they'll have that does have more of the Starving Artist Alley, but every so often they do pop out a professional or two that you've heard of. Check them out on Facebook, rather, if you want the specifics on this individual show. They do 8 of them a year, and I tell you, every time it is something else. It's a big building, that Machinist Hall. They fill it with toy dealers. It's different every time. You're going back to the tin cars and trains from the 20s and 30s all the way up to modern. It's almost part museum as well as being a toy show. So if you're anywhere in the neighborhood of St. Louis, check that one out. Diana Davis just sent a link to the 2000 flags. Okay, I'm not checking that out now.
Yeah, if you open another window, the whole thing comes down.
Right, I got a show to do. I got to keep an eye on news that's breaking while we're doing this show, so I can't do that.
And let's not forget, you see a Dave Draper, you give him a big hug.
That's right. That will get you 0% savings at the door.
But perhaps a chance for endless entertainment.
Provided you survive the initial thrashing, he will hug you back. But that's a big if.
I keep expecting a knock at the door one day, and it's going to be a not so huggy Dave Draper.
But you realize, of course, that will just force me to hug him.
Yeah.
Right. Yorktown Joe, Troy doing cost-benefit analysis in his mind, listening to the show creaking along the rails. Oh, we're glad you're entertained. Creaking along the rails. Come on, man. Give us a little bit of a break. Goodness.
There are all these references, and I get some of them, and then we get to a point, and I just stop getting.
I'm just saying, Troy. Maybe we should listen to the show. Maybe we should take advantage of that.
We're on Podbean. Just throw us on in the background while you're working.
Not just the episodes we're on, but maybe the other ones too. Maybe that's a good way to support everybody. Maybe. Just a thought, whatever. But hang on, I'm getting Diana's link so you can all check it out if you want to. I'll throw a banner up real quick because I like creating those. Oh my God, that link is 100 pages. It doesn't even fit in there. It's too many characters. That was an attempt at a plan, but I tried, Diana. I tried. So perhaps that's something you can put in a comment underneath the show once we're done there, because we love comments. We love it when you do the YouTube stuff. And yeah, but I'm sorry, ma'am. I can't figure it out right now. Dave McDonald wants to know any updates on Grimace's birthday. We'll get there. And earlier today, it was announced assembly required in November. I know we're getting way ahead of ourselves on this one, but it's Dreadnought themed, and that's always important. And frankly, always a heck of a lot of fun. So get them grape sodas on ice. Put in the order for the chocolate-covered donuts. Head out to Des Moines first week in November, the 3rd and 4th, for assembly required.
I'll be there.
Firefly says, we creak along the rails, but still more efficient than Amtrak. So we're creaking and clearing low bars. Great. Great.
Yay.
Goodness. Man. Harsh crowd tonight. I just I hope I remember to tune into their G.I. Joe live streams that have been going for 12 years and be sure. Oh, wait.
Oh, boy. Listen. Oh, boy.
I think that's it for community calendar.
Cobra's crazy weather patterns just swallow up my signals.
Shipless layout. Shipless layout.
Remember, you got a show you want us to plug. What's on JoeMine@gmail.com. Let us know. Any correspondence you got for the show. Best way to get it to us. What's on JoeMine@gmail.com. I promise we're going to start doing post-sock mailbag shows again. Really, we will, but we kind of need some letters for that to happen. We did have a couple. They've kind of timed out, unfortunately. Mark kept going on vacation, so it made it difficult. Lives. Josiah Alcorn, countdown to 6 months of Des Moines pronunciation jokes. That would be a new one for us. It's Des Moines.
Des Moines.
Oh.
Demonet. No, wait, that's not enough.
When are we going to be able to do super chats? We do them every so often. We usually have a specific purpose that we are raising money for. Otherwise, we don't do a whole lot of super chats, especially in weeks when there's a ton of news, because I would feel bad not recognizing super chat comments when we've got a whole pile of news to plow through. So anyways, but House of Dagobah can't send us an email, but next Saturday and Sunday, Showcase Con in Slidell, Louisiana, Sergeant Slaughter will be there.
Hey, all right.
So there you go.
How's the parking?
That's the end all. Des Moines is for lovers. Absorbent says there are some new intros I sent a little while back. I have them in there. I just never hit the right button. I don't remember which one is which. So I just kind of click one and there it goes.
It's open. It's community calendar opening roulette.
All right. Parking is free. The only one I can tell is the original one. That has a different label than the ones that Absorvids has sent us here on the checklist. My armada of buttons, as Mark liked to call it. But parking is free in Slidell, Louisiana. So, but yeah, we try to we don't necessarily want people to feel obligated to pay for chat. Like if you have questions and we've got time, we'll just do our best to get to the ones that have questions. When we're doing super chat, it's usually for a purpose. But what do you say we get on to the news?
Woohoo!
All right. So anyways, first news item. And this is late and breaking. The McDonald's Grimace shake is actually pretty good. Yeah, we got out and tried that today. It is not bad. It's berry flavored. It's better than the Shamrock Shake. Probably better than strawberry. I wouldn't necessarily put it ahead of chocolate and vanilla, but that's probably more personal preference. But not bad, not bad. I'm good with it. They bring this back every year for Grimace's birthday. I'm good with that.
They just need to bring back Grimace.
Troy, have you tried yourself a Grimace shake?
I have not.
Might help soothe the throat a little bit, Troy.
Yeah, it might.
Salve yourself out there.
Just keep trying to wash it down with whiskey, and it's not getting there. So
come on, Troy. I mean, come on. If whiskey isn't doing it,
hey, how about whiskey in the shake?
There you go.
Go to the damn doctor. Adam loves the Shamrock Shake. Look, I like it. Okay, I make sure that I get one every year, but this is better. This is better. Andrew Galgan asked, did it taste vanilla or berry? I would say it was more berry. It was very blueberry with a hint of raspberry, but it was definitely berry flavored. Riptide O'Leary, water, sugar, purple.
Purple's a fruit.
Don't forget malt-inducing additives, because it was pretty thick.
Xanthan gum,
right? Something like that. Viper Scout will stick to his M&M McFlurry. That's fine. More Grimace Shake for me. I'm probably not getting another one. I don't do milk very often. Again, nothing against it. I don't drink milkshakes that much. I'm getting old, man. I can't do that much dairy that often. Like drinking another milkshake, Grimace milkshake, say this week would mean I am forfeiting like anything with cheese or butter for the rest of the month. And we don't need to go there. That doesn't need to happen. But anyways. Tristan McDonald asked, does that mean Grimace tastes like berries? Well, we'll get back to you on that one. We do have an operative out there that is dating the Grimace as we speak. Chaz the Guru is in the house. He is one of the main reasons why I was doing news until 8:58. So we love you and we don't like you both.
Thank you and curse you.
Exactly. You'll get your props. Draws Walker, would the Dreadnoks try the shake? I dare say that this is a Dreadnought shake. It is purple. And they're going to see that and think, oh, well, hey, that's grape. And they're not, who cares? They're not going to know any better. They're Dreadnoughts. They're dumb.
Dummies.
They're dumb. House of Dagobah, drawing the lines. Someone's dating my ex-mother-in-law? Anyways. First real news item.
Doot, 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 doot.
Oh, that's right. There was a leak. As expected, because there's going to be a live stream video tomorrow. We knew this shit was going to start hitting the fan right when I'm getting ready to do final prep for the show tonight. And we are not surprised. So anyways, as you can see there, the website staractionfigures.co.uk has listings for Lowlight, Grunt, and Snow Serpent pre-orders that are going to be available tomorrow. They have they had a long, involved Twitter post about how they were so sorry to do this, but not sorry. I find those sorts of things amusing. But Matt Rubin says a live stream for no, I haven't heard anything about a live stream, but I would. We've known that Entertainment Earth has pre-orders going up every Wednesday, so expect a video.
Yeah, there may be like a quick 5-minute video showing the figures and then announcing what kind of pre-orders are.
Right.
There was last week.
And so there were a few pictures, and again, these are courtesy of our pal Chaz the Guru, who just entered the chat. Here's Grunt. And we had seen the digital render for him, so there's nothing too surprising here, but he's pretty awesome.
I like it.
Yeah. The box, I don't have the box art in here. You can go check those out at Chaz the Guru on Instagram. But the box on Grunt has a down chopper in the background, which I thought was a nice nod. Because he was part of that mission where Snake Eyes got. But you can see there he's got his M16. He's got his trusty knife. Looks like he's got a webcam, cell phone kind of tactical iPad dealie that goes in his vest. He's got his snow job laser rifle. If you want to troop build him, he's got a Steel Brigade helmet. This is just all kinds of badass. This is far better than we should expect for Grunt. No offense to Grunt, right? Like, I know he's a lot of guys' first Joe. He was very much the center of the marketing for the first few years of the brand. And so he's got a kind of a special place for us all. But as a figure, pretty vanilla stuff, right? Like when we were kids, Grunt was the figure. You weren't upset that you had him, but you weren't terribly excited about it either. Grunt is finally a guy to get excited about. This is awesome. Troy McKie, what do you think?
I like it. I think it's a good update.
How about you, Racktime Rob?
Again, good update, and I'm glad he's not looking straight. 1982 Grunt.
Right. Love the update here. I love the tech gear. Just good stuff. Matt Rubin wonders if the web gear on Grunt is removable. Leave the gear on Grunt, have the troop builders without. Good question. I don't know.
I have a feeling it's probably really removable, like say if you don't mind cutting it off.
Yeah.
That's a lot of the torso web gear appears to be
You just got to have the right attitude.
Yeah, there you go.
Get that can-do attitude.
Yeah.
Viper Scout says no brown shirt or yellow pants. Pass.
He's not. I'm just waiting for the tan variant.
Right.
Comes with a broken glider.
Look, tan Grunt is on the list of possibilities for Dragonfly stretch goals. So who knows? Knox Playroom, welcome to the show, sir. I just want to repaint a functional foam glider.
Good luck on a functional foam glider.
Yorktown Joe says randomly release him in a case of 6 with one chaser tan Grunt. Let the chaos ensue.
He's got the right idea.
That's amazing, especially with the closed box. That would, oh my God.
Oh, blind bagging.
Hopefully they do Grunt and tan to go with Dusty and cream Snake Eyes. We prefer the term butterscotch.
Yeah.
So yes, check that out. And there's a couple other shots too on Instagram at Chaz the Guru. Give him your attention. The man does hard work for us all. Scott, the blind boxes are going away, but they're not going away yet.
Yeah, I would imagine it's probably after this run that you'll start seeing windows again.
Yeah, we probably got a couple more waves of closed boxes. Butter pecan Snake Eyes.
That's a good one too.
It is the third most popular ice cream flavor in the U.S.
Yep.
Vanilla, chocolate, butter pecan. That's quality Neapolitan is what that is. It's good stuff. And here we got the show stealer. Look at that snow serpent.
For those of you asking why the snow serpent was more expensive, deluxe.
Yeah, he's a deluxe figure, clearly from this loadout. You can see he's got the cartoon-inspired laser rifle. He's got a couple of pistols. He's got a heavy machine gun there. The looks like something like Leatherneck would carry around. He's got the snowshoes. He's got the snowboard. He's got missiles and a missile launcher. A backpack that holds most of it. He's got his furry cape from the Valor versus Venom days. He's got that weird, cool wolf headdress going on. Yes. Let's just say yes to Snow Serpent. That's why he's more expensive. He's deluxe. He is luxurious. Neil Hill asks, "Where's Lowlight?" Hey, man, we're doing our best here. We're trying.
He's loading pixel by pixel.
That may happen. Look, I checked as recently as 10 minutes ago, and there was not a picture of Lowlight. I'm sorry.
They're holding off on the Lowlight picture because it's based on Lowlight version 3 from '91. That's why they're holding off.
It comes with a little dinosaur.
Little dinosaur and a big beard.
That big blonde beard.
I hope they have more than 4 minutes worth of Snow Serpent. I have a feeling they will. Like if they're still rolling hip deep in Snow Job and Televipers with Trouble Bubbles, I have a feeling they're not gonna go short on Snow Serpents. These are
if this is a Pulse exclusive like the last stuff, the Pulse exclusives have stayed up quite a while. These last round.
Most of the deluxe figures have been Pulse exclusives. I think Snake Eyes and Timber are the only notable exceptions. So if that's the case, we have yet to see Pulse exclusives run dry for any length of time. But yeah, if a picture of Lowlight shows up, we'll do our best to get it on here and share it with you. There weren't any as of, again, 10 minutes ago. Jake Rose says the head seems small to me. Is it? Probably a little bit, just because it is for all the Cobras. The helmets are just part of the head. But what you gonna do? Put the wolf thing on it; it'll seem bigger.
They got to fit it in a wolf skull,
right? He's got goggles that go on top of it. You can't beat that. Man, that's just awesome. Oh, yeah, Wolf Gear is incredible, and thank you for the images, Chaz the Guru. Check him out on Instagram. Take a look at all the stuff he's got shown off for these two figures. But Adam Skolboski says, I wonder if Lowlight is an exclusive, which is why we don't have picks. Maybe he kind of works in the same realm as like the Walmart Night Force Big Ben. Maybe he's going to be under that label. Who can say? We don't know that. Don't run with that, anybody. We're just kind of conjecturing, but maybe. I'm just not. You can't be shocked by any of it, right? We just saw the Cobra Eel roll out, and it was a Amazon exclusive, and that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, Troop Builder as a online exclusive, as an Amazon exclusive, was a little sketchy.
But that's where we are. And again, if Amazon wanted to pay for that, I'm sure they know what a Troop Builder is, and they probably paid a premium to get it. But yeah, so just you can't be surprised by any of it. You just gotta roll with those punches. Scott says, I'm not on board with 6-inch Joes until we get neon figures and Space Joes. Well,
you got plenty of time to save up your money, Scott.
Lots of time.
Yeah.
Lots of time. Yorktown Joe says, is Snow Serpent one where you can buy one, check it out, and decide if we want multiples, or better get multiples right away? You know what? I would answer that, but again, let's wait and see on where they intend on selling this before we give advice in that. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. Anywho, next news item. Hey, we got a comic book coming.
What? What are those?
Right? So Skybound Comics solicited G.I. Joe number 301. That's going to be available November 14th. Written by Larry Hama, pencils by Chris Mooneyham, colors by Francesco Segala, and covers by Andy Kubert. Also soliciting Duke number 1 is going to be the next month in December. Cobra Commander number 1 would be in January 2024. Now, those Duke and Cobra Commander titles, they are not going to be connected to the Larry Hama book. They are going to be connected to the
Energon universe.
Yeah, the Energon universe that Skybound is doing. So don't freak out when you get all those and they don't all jive.
Yeah, the solicitation, that is also include. There's going to be like 4 miniseries for Joe that kind of basically tell the story of and origin of the Joe team, Cobra, and their creation in this Energon universe. But they didn't announce what those other 2 miniseries are.
But Scott asks, which Duke, Bo or Luke? It is actually Coy and Vance.
Ooh.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wish.com, baby.
Hey,
maybe that's what the other 2 miniseries are.
Hey, Rack Time Rob, here's a question you could probably answer better
What's
than
that, sir?
Anyone know, from Justin Torres, anyone know a good way to read the original Marvel run digitally? Can't find them anywhere.
The entire Marvel run was available through IDW on Comixology, and for like decent prices. But since IDW lost the license, I imagine that if you hadn't bought them already, that you can't get them now because IDW can't sell them. Depending on what happens with Skybound, if Skybound's got the rights, then Skybound may also have the reprint rights, and those may be showing up again soon. But yeah, haven't heard anything just yet. But it doesn't surprise me that they've disappeared off of like Comixology.
Right.
But I also imagine that whoever the current license holder is, this being Skybound, probably has the rights to put them up under their own label and make their own money off of it.
Right. Let's hope they turn up somewhere. But Justin Torres, that's a new name. Welcome to the show.
Good question, though.
So yeah, Racktime Rob, you're our comic guy. Give us your reactions to. Obviously, we know Larry Hama. There's no commentary needed there.
Yeah.
But Chris Mooneyham is new to the G.I. Joe game. What do you think about him as the penciler?
I don't know that I'm familiar with his work.
All right.
What did they give a listing on some of the stuff he's done?
Most notably, it was Nightwing.
Nightwing.
So I would figure that I know that's a book that you've read pretty well since it started.
Yeah, I mean, unless he was doing it while I dropped out when he was amnesiac, calling himself Rick Grayson, and not being Nightwing. Because since I've been reading it again, I think he may have done it. He may have done an issue and like a fill-in or something like that because he's not the regular.
All right.
The regular is Bruno Redondo, who does very good work. But
Josiah Alcorn notes that Toy Connections is spreading rumors of Hans Chow karaoke video from Joe Fest somewhere on the internet.
Outstanding. I need to see that.
Yeah, I need to see that one. That needs to happen.
Hopefully, he starts off by busting through a door or a window or something.
All right, we didn't get a dramatic entrance from Hans Chow.
No, he's in, but yeah,
he's here, but he didn't crash through the skylight or anything. I mean, what's up with that?
He's slipping in like a phantom in the night.
I guess sliding in like verboten snow serpent advanced pictures.
Low light advanced pictures. Now, Scott, if you haven't been reading Nightwing since he got back to being Nightwing, you're missing out on maybe DC's best book.
You gotta tell me when you.
Sorry, it was a comment on there, but
all right, yeah, I need to know some of that.
Yeah,
but Diana Davis, who reviews pages for IDW for Sky, she did for IDW. She's doing the same for Skybound. Chris's art is some of the best the book has seen. So there you go, high praise from somebody who's seen it all.
Yeah.
Next news item. Uh-oh. He did do a dramatic entrance and we glossed it. We just missed it. Sorry, man. We do have a show to do. Sometimes we miss that stuff. Beta Ray Bob asks, in G.I. Joe 301, is Skywarp still a member of the Joe team like he was in the IDW era? No, that has nothing to do with the Larry Hama book. So no.
Yeah, the book that Larry writes is basically continuing from the old Marvel run back in the day. So.
Right. The combined IDW universe is dead. It is done. hey, guess what funded? It's Bob Brecken's book, My Palatoy Story.
Hey, good for Bob.
Congratulations to Bob and Brian Hickey. We will get to see this wonderful book come to life. They had a bit of a rally in them that last day or so. They came from about $10,000 down to finish up strong.
All right.
You never know with these Kickstarters, man. You never know. You always expect that bump at the end of the campaign, but man, sometimes it's huge. So congratulations, and again, they will have copies available. We'll get you the website for that. I lost track of it with the other news we had going tonight. I will try and I'll add it to the notes down below, or we'll get it into next week's show. But you will be able to pre-order a copy if you missed this Kickstarter. They will be able to add your pre-order to the to this initial funding. So, all right. So there's Hans Chow.
There we go.
Is with a well-timed explosive charge. Boom, baby. Slick Leonard. You all talking Joe in here? Yeah, we're all talking Joe in here. That's why I'm here. Sensual dance. All right.
We were holding out for the sensual dance.
Right. That is 100% former Indiana Pacers commentator Slick Leonard.
The idea of Slick Leonard doing a sensual dance horrifies me more than any of us doing the floss dance.
Right. Josiah Alcorn says, Bob's story sounds incredible for toy fans. I promise you it is. This guy, he was part of it all, man. And there's Bob is a big player in the history of G.I. Joe internationally. So I'm sure that will be no small part of this book. Bart says, you never know. Ask the Skeletron guy. But yeah, they did match pledges on the last 6 hours or so or something. I forget. But that's still, it's a lot of pledges to match if that's what they did. So thank you to the Skeletron folks if that's what pushed them over the top. But they moved a lot of copies too in that time. Congratulations, Bob and Brian. Next news item. Hey, just in time to get started on Kickstarter. You saw us preview them a little bit a few weeks back. Heavy Armor Toys has started their In the Navy campaign, where you can get yourself a flag full of Seabees and sailors. That is funding through July 22nd at 11 p.m. Eastern. I think they're making some changes to this on the fly, so the best thing I can tell you as far as the campaign itself goes, go to Kickstarter, type in the Navy. Don't type in Heavy Armor Toys. It won't pull anything up, even though they're the ones that did the campaign. Type in the Navy, and that will bring up this campaign for you. You'll be able to get all the details.
I'm really hoping that one of the stretch goals is a Port of Call, Bayonne, New Jersey playset.
I think that's the base. Now that Village People song is stuck in my head, says Scott, and that's really what we're going for here.
Yeah. If you want to make it even better, just imagine that a horde of Muppet pigs are singing In the Navy and pillaging a village full of Muppet chickens.
Right. Adam says we are in O-Ring heaven right now. So many great O-Ring lines launching. That is very true. Firefly says this picture is the worst representation of the Kickstarter. The figures actually look fantastic, and that's true. I just went with the one that was in the front of the campaign because I figured it was going to help us out the most information wise. But no, that's absolutely true. Check it out for yourself. We saw some of the figures that that company is pushing forward with here on the channel a few weeks back. But it looks like good stuff. Go check it out. Felix Urquinas, he's a little late to the party, but he says, hi, everybody. Lowlight is a sniper. That's why you don't have any pictures of him. That's right. He's hidden. The ghillie suit works, folks. Troy McKie, you're a toy designer. Have you checked this out at all?
I looked at it real briefly today. I haven't had a lot of time to look at it. It's interesting. I will probably spend more time looking at it later this week.
Well, there you go. But Craig Cohan says, I made my O-ring face. Low-hanging fruit. Yes, it was, sir. Good job. We never criticize going for the low-hanging fruit. But good luck to Heavy Armor Toys. Let's get this done. Next news item. Hey, we talked about this.
We did.
Power Comics has its Super Joe Unlimited #1 campaign going on Kickstarter right now. They are funding until July 12th. That is literally at midnight on July 12th. You know, that whatever night that is, July 11th into July 12th. Once it hit midnight, it's done. So I wasn't quite sure how to put that up there, but wanted to make it clear. So if you're waiting until July 12th to put in your pledge, that's too late. Pledge
11:59 p.m. July 11th.
Right. July 11th or sooner. But they are more than halfway home at this point. Looks like this is going to get done. Lots of great, cool little bonuses you can get in on here. For $350, you can get yourself drawn into the book. $150 get you some neat Super Joe toys. Just go head over and check that out. You can watch our special edition 86, which
not many of you have.
Yeah, we're gonna quit doing special editions if people aren't gonna watch them. But yeah. So check it out. Scott says, speaking of the 6 inches, I do want the Walmart Zartan. Should I wait until it makes it to my store or order it? I would say order it just because distribution's been a little spotty.
Yeah, who knows when they'll show up?
Yeah, it's Walmart, so it could be there right now. It could show up in 2 years. We don't know. Just order it from the website. Just go. Here you go. That's why I'm here. I was searching for Super Joe info. Well, welcome to the program. But yeah, that's what we got. We gave it a full hour, 12 minutes, and it's been up since what day did I post that? Saturday?
I think so.
Yes. So check that out. Be sure you are following Power Comics on Twitter and Instagram, especially. That's where a lot of the information's come out for that. They do have a Facebook page as well. But yeah, check that out. Diana Davis asked, did Hasbro let the rights to Super Joe lapse? Yes, they did. Because they ain't making the toys. They ain't publishing the comic. Josiah Alcorn says, this is where the honcho would bag on Target. Troy, you have any criticisms of Target you want to share?
Oh, well, you mean the fact that they never have anything? You know, just like every other place at retail?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not one within 60 miles of me, so it doesn't do me much good.
Well, there you go. You're not factoring Target into your shopping plans anyway, though.
No. You're going to Target. It's an all-day thing, so.
And those all-day Target things tend to get expensive.
Yeah.
Oh. The one by us is a mere 5 minutes away and somehow has the uncanny ability to be out of whatever I'm going in for.
Right. And that's not just a toy statement.
Yeah.
I went in for shampoo last week, and the one empty spot on the shampoo aisle was my shampoo.
And 2 weeks ago, I went in and it was my shampoo.
Your shampoo is Head and Shoulders 2-in-1.
Yeah.
And they're out of that?
They were out of that.
Jeez.
I had to get the small one.
Oh, well, that's not being out. That's just having the small one.
There was nothing to the big one.
You're missing what I'm saying there.
I know, but
Scott says, shave your head. You won't need shampoo. Not with this hair, man. It'll just be back.
Yeah.
It'll be back.
It'll be back tomorrow.
It'll be back. And it will be angry at me for shaving it. It will be angry. It'll choke me out. But next news item.
A lot of news.
A lot of news. Earlier today, because we got to drop all our news the day of the show, Renegade Game Studios sent out some new pre-order information. in regards to the G.I. Joe Mission Critical game. This is the Vanguard Strike expansion. Includes new heroes Barbecue, Flint, and Lady J. It's got a new lieutenant in Aleph, the Night Creeper leader. A new nemesis or boss character, Firefly. It's got 3 new vehicles. It doesn't say which ones. Pre-order is $45 on the Renegade Game Studio website. That is expected next month. So not much lead time on that pre-order.
This is the deck builder game, right?
No, this is the board game one. Like the deck builder is the deck builder.
Okay.
But this is the one with like they did their previous expansion was the Beachhead and Ripcord.
Okay.
Now we got Flint, Lady J, and Barbecue. And we've also got this one.
Oh.
Also Midnight Storm, which includes new heroes Jinx and Mutton Junkyard. It's got new lieutenants for Cobra, Slice and Dice, new nemesis Storm Shadow, and 12 Red Ninja foot shoulders. Jinx and Mutt have their work cut out for them. That is $60. That is also expected in July. And as a limited time bonus, if you pre-order this set for $60, you get the vehicle expansion number 3, which includes playable options for the Conquest X30, the Hammer, the Mauler, and the Rolling Thunder. And that is
the Rolling Thunder will take care of all those Red Ninjas.
Right. That is free with pre-order. So good stuff from Renegade Game Studios. I hear good things about Mission Critical. I don't have it. It's expensive. And frankly, we don't have a place to put a big board game anywhere right now. Oh, there's so much stuff. This segment brought to you by Johnson & Johnson Hair Products. Yes. So check that out, RenegadeGameStudios.com. Next news item. Hey, we had some pre-orders this past week, and they turned out to be a thing, didn't they?
A little bit.
We knew Tunnel Rat and Snake Eyes were coming, but then they snuck out a Cobra Eel on us, too, which was pretty awesome. So Tunnel Rat is available everywhere. You should be able to go wherever you want and be able to pre-order him. He seems to be a pretty easy get. Butterscotch Snake Eyes also seems to be a pretty easy get. He is a fan retailer exclusive, which means you get Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store, etc. I think Walmart might even have those. I don't know. But anyways, and then they stuck out a Cobra Eel on us, which is an Amazon and Pulse exclusive. And wow, he's difficult to find right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he is.
Good luck with that bad boy. I have a feeling that they'll get that open again, but I'm sure the initial order just got sold through. Just give Amazon a chance to realize what a hit they have on their hand, and they'll be buying some more, no question. So Troy McKie, you have any luck with that eel?
I did not. I was doing the family vacation thing. I was ready to go about 10 minutes in advance. I got distracted, and all of a sudden it was half an hour later, and it was sold out. So I missed my opportunity on that.
Right. It came back a couple times, but then it was out again just as fast.
Yep.
Rack Time Rob, how about yourself?
I did have luck, yes.
All right. Well, good on you then. Rub it in everybody's face with it.
I'm not. I'm just simply answering your question.
I did okay too. I was lucky enough it was right at the moment when I woke up from my overnight sleeping through the day slumber. So I did manage to grab a couple eels. And yeah, but it's difficult right now. I would just say to everybody, relax, they'll be back. It is not like this line to short sell on anything that people are wanting to buy.
I mean, even the Target stuff came back. So
Right. Eventually, once supply lines opened up and we got out of that pesky global pandemic a little bit, all that stuff started showing up in pretty good. So just hang in there. We get it. It's very frustrating. It'll be there. But that eel is proving to be the white whale. We don't have Mark around, but Josiah Alcorn's got a good question. Brutal chest cut thoughts.
It is particularly brutal on that eel.
Yeah, that's really the one criticism there on that eel. But you kind of know it's coming. Like at this point, I can't even criticize it too much because the brutal chest cut is just part of the figure. Like if it really bothered me that much, I wouldn't buy any of them because I know it's going to be there for all of them. But they did a decent enough job hiding it with Tunnel Rat and with Snake Eyes. So that's something. I didn't realize that was the final word. I didn't know I put that much of an exclamation point on things.
Yeah, you did.
This is why the episode with Mark with you guys went an hour 12.
Hey,
This is why.
we thought it was a sprint, man. We were done.
We're at an hour 15 on this one now. Not even done with news yet.
See, look, we've beaten that time already. Good night, everybody.
Look, I was gonna stand out here and sing the soft hits of the 70s to get us to an hour 13 and prove a point.
Mark and I decided the next time it's just the two of us, we're shooting for 45 minutes.
You're both fired.
A tight 45.
Now, granted, most weeks we go 2 hours, and I am trying to dig into that a little bit. But not on weeks where it's a lot of news. Like this is Yojo June, man. This is where you do 2-hour shows.
It is.
This is what happens. But Sean Russell asked, does the eel share any parts of Torpedo? He appears to.
Yeah.
I dare say he shares most of his parts with Torpedo. And they do even, as Diana notes, share a scene on the box art. So they both got 2 berms, even though the eels weren't around for 2 berms, but whatever. But Firefly is coming around on the Snake Eyes. The more he sees that's butterscotch Snake Eyes, the more he likes it. I don't dislike it. It's not necessary. Like it's even from a mission standpoint. I think if Snake Eyes was deployed on a desert mission, he would do his thing at night, and that would probably work just fine in his black uniform. So, whatever. But hey, move them toys, man. Sell them figures. I understand there's got to be a lot of Snake Eyes. There's got to be a lot of Cobra Commander. There's got to be a lot of Storm Shadow. Got to be a lot of Duke, et cetera, to keep this fresh for the folks that maybe missed those guys somewhere along the line. So, whatever. You can do worse.
All things considered, though, we have not been necessarily loaded down with Dukes and Cobra Commanders.
No, there were a lot of Cobra Commanders right out of the gate, and then they stopped because I think they've got that one with the more classic looking body on its way. I have a feeling we'll get inundated with him again. And then but we haven't seen a whole lot of Duke, which is, just the one. And sure, there was the not
the
quite repaint. And then there was the Tiger Force one, which you knew was coming. But we haven't gotten just like weird third outfit Duke or anything like that. So I can't complain about character selection. That's for sure. But next news item. It's time to check in on the Haslab Dragonfly. Remember, that is funding through July 17th at midnight, $274.99. Troy McKie, you making room in the shed for this guy?
Yeah, and I will be honest, I was not like crazy excited about this when it was announced because I'm not big on 6-inch vehicles in general. But when they added Glinda as a stretch goal, like apparently that's a very small group of people that's targeted at, but that's me. I own two vintage Glindas.
Wow.
She was the first of the like hard to find international figures I ever got. So she's kind of my favorite of the hard to get Argentinian stuff. So whenever I get art commissions done, I always get Glinda as the character. So like I said, that's a very small Venn diagram apparently of people that want that figure, but I'm most of that circle.
So like your two Glendas are pretty much, that's the Glenda equivalent of Beach Party 86, is what you're saying.
I think I'm fairly close to army building at this point. I think if you get 3 of those, it's considered army building, that figure.
Yeah.
So.
Pretty darn near, especially with the prices that thing goes for.
Yeah. Well, and luckily I've had mine for years and years, so I was fortunate to get in earlier.
Good deal. And of course, this past week, we did see them cross the 13,000 unit mark and unlock Night Force Ripcord, which revealed that Glenda figure that you talked about. And Glenda is exciting for a number of reasons. First off, Glenda is cool. I like that they're digging into the international bank on this one. I think Glenda is a character that, you know, you're not upset that character is behind a $275 paywall.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of folks out there that are clamoring for more well-known figures or characters. And like, frankly, I wouldn't want to see Doc or Airborne in this. I've been pretty consistent with this as we've been trying to figure out who these characters were. But I don't want to see Airborne. I don't want to see Doc. I don't want to see Mutt.
No. Those names are too big for stretch goals in a crowdfunding campaign. That
I figured if we saw them, we would see, you know, like we did with Ripcord, like some sub-team variant on them.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
But
my guess would be that even Wild Bill will be available later in a different deco, like something cartoon inspired or something. Like,
right.
I get, like, he has to come with the helicopter, but he's still a popular enough character. I would assume that he would show up somewhere in the main line later on down the line.
Right. I'm sure Sunbow inspired Wild Bill will happen. You know, with the blue jumpsuit and the orange vest or brown vest or however you want to do it. But I'm sure that'll happen there. But what's exciting about Glenda is obviously she is a repaint of Scarlet, and that is a classic inspired Scarlet that we haven't seen yet. And let's face it, out of all the characters in G.I. Joe that have had great toys, Scarlet really hasn't. Right? Like there's something glaringly wrong with every Scarlet figure that exists. So it'll be really nice to get this figure as Scarlet that we can just say is kind of your definitive Scarlet finally after 40 odd years of existence, right? So I'm excited for that. And then you look over at Glenda's gear pack and oh my God, it's Flash's laser rig.
And that's accurate because the vintage figure came with Flash's laser rifle and Breaker's headset.
Right. But what that says to me is that obviously we're not doing Flash's laser rig for one figure. That's a stretch goal in a Haslab.
Right.
We're getting Flash.
Flash is on the board somewhere. And if Flash is on the board somewhere, Grand Slam's probably on the board somewhere. So lots of things to be excited about with this reveal of Glenda, even if you don't like Glenda herself. Like, you know, I don't think Glenda's making or breaking this particular Haslab. I have a feeling that we're going to see this thing get past 19,000 either way. It's still tacking on about 50 a day at this point, which for where we're at in this campaign with 4 weeks to go, sure. You know, I think there's some folks out there panicking and thinking, oh, it's not going to happen. It's not going to. Yeah, we get into the last couple of days of this and you'll see it jump like we saw the Sky Striker jump and saw the Hiss Tank take off again. And it's going to be fine.
Well, on the Joe side, it's harder because you can't put a bunch of, army builders in there. It's more named characters, and that is a slower burn to get to things. Army builders, you know, people want multiples, and they back at a higher rate to get there. With named characters, it's just harder to pull off. But at the same time, on the Joe side, you expect that.
Right. I think with Joe characters, in a sense, it's easier because you've got more obscure pulls like Glenda to go to. Whereas with the Hiss, you have to be careful because you don't want to put a real popular army builder behind that same kind of paywall, right? Yeah. Like, obviously, you have to have the Hiss driver. But other than that, like those other Hiss personnel.
but then everything else was hiss based. Yeah, I get what you're saying. It was
they're cool and all, but there's no point to them without having another hiss tank.
And then the one named character though was that classic Cobra Commander, but he's got the Mickey Mouse logo.
Right. You set him up to a point where keeping him on card is what a lot of folks are going to want to do with that anyway, as their weird montage, but or homage rather. Montage. Ugh, I'm tired. But yeah, so the fact that this is slowed down, no, it's not a comment on Glenda. It's just what these crowdfunding things do in the middle weeks. That number continues to just climb a little. It
just keeps ticking. Yeah.
In a couple of weeks, we're gonna be at about 16,000, and they'll reveal what's coming next, and we'll see it shoot off towards the end. I really think this is gonna make 19,000 pretty easily.
What do you think figure 4 is going to be?
That was the next question. What do you say, Troy McKie?
I don't know, because this one was obscure, so then that makes me want to start thinking about other obscure figures and international stuff, which I doubt that the next one will also be international. That would probably be too much. But I don't know. That's a hard one.
I've seen some interesting theories out there, not based off of anything hard, any hard evidence. Somebody today in the chat, I forget who, I apologize, threw out, Tripwire has been listed, do you do Blades from Action Force? Because that was the Tripwire mold. Again, that's another obscure pull, though.
Yeah, and he was listed, right, he was the pilot for the Fang repaint in the SAS line, so that makes sense.
Yeah, the Sparrowcopter? Sparrowhawk, something like that, yeah.
Hans Chow is in the box with you, Troy. I have no idea who Glenda is, and I don't mind. She's gorgeous. Take my hand, beautiful blonde lady. I will gladly add thee to my collection. There you go. Right there. That's your guy right there, Troy.
There we go. There's two of us now.
Hans Chow, part of the Glenda generation.
The other thing I keep hearing thrown out there is maybe some form of Hawk. Since the last tier for the hiss was Cobra Commander, maybe we get some form of Hawk.
No, I don't think so. Look,
this might not be a bad place to throw in Colonel Hawk, but
right. If
it's not going to be General Bomber Jacket, single, that got 86, but
it might be boring original 13 Hawk, but I think there too, for the dedication that group has from this fandom, you put one of those 13 figures in a set like this, again, behind what is essentially a $275 paywall.
Yeah, you might start a riot.
That's not going to get a good reaction.
Maybe a lift ticket? You think lift ticket?
I've said that from the beginning, because I think a Tomahawk is real unlikely.
Yeah, in that scale, yeah.
So unless you're thinking of putting him with perhaps a Skyhawk, I think lift ticket is a real possibility.
Yeah, and lift ticket should never come with a Skyhawk.
Look, it worked okay in 25th anniversary. But Sean Russell says, you heard it here first. Figure 4 will be Tiger Force Toll Booth. Count it.
I'd be good with that.
Championship. But Andrew Gaugan, real question, and I'm glad that somebody is prefacing with that. Will Glenda be able to take the Lady J hair? Honestly, we don't know. I would guess so.
Again, if you have the right attitude, you can make it work.
Yeah, it's seriously.
But I wouldn't think that the heads would be terribly different sizes. So sure, we don't know for absolute certain. But I would think so. Just knee-jerk reaction.
What would be funny? And I saw somebody, Dave McDonald in the chat has the exact same thought. These things are kind of mirroring the figure tiers of the Sky Striker. What if we get ketchup and mustard?
That would be pretty awesome. I'm so far behind on comments that I can't get there. But Alti66 says Starduster, welcome to the show. That's a new name.
That'd be kind of cool.
Daniel Rodriguez says messy face snake eyes.
But going back to the Sky Striker for a second, remind me on the right, because we've got we got the new figure with the Sky Striker based on the name that used to be on the canopy, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Doesn't
Wayne
the,
Ruthel.
doesn't the Dragonfly have another name?
Yes, and
That's a possibility too.
that's what I was looking for in the comments here.
Yeah.
Joe is one of several that have this, but Master Sergeant W.C. Culbert, make a medic so they can repurpose the dock body for late. Well,
that
you don't need a medic body to do dock, but yeah, that's what I think is gonna. I think that's what we're down to.
that one makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, mirroring the Sky Striker.
Mhm.
So I think we can guess at it all we want, but
We're not going to know until we hit 16,000.
well, we're not going to know until they show us because
Yeah.
it's not a character that's existed before. So I think we're finally going to get an actual, honest to God, new character in Classified. Matt Rubin picking up a rumor that's picked up steam about Hawk version 3. I don't see them doing that much new tooling for a stretch goal
Yeah.
in a $300 product. So no, I mean, again, it'd be cool to see that figure. I'm not dissing Hawk version 3. I think he's got his goofy charm, but I don't think that
It is a lot of new tooling for that.
this isn't the place for him.
Although we're getting new tooling for this, but it's new tooling they can reuse.
Sure. Cheapest big spender, either Hawk or Starduster to be nice. I think Starduster's on that same. Could be.
He was a freaking Joe to begin with, so
Right. If that's going to be your nod to what came before, I could see them doing that. But sorry, I'm just getting caught up on the live chat here. Dave McDonald, there's his ketchup and mustard.
Yeah.
That would be funny if they wound up making those guys in Classified, but not in the 3 3/4 one where they were introduced. Andrew Gaugan says, I've tested the Lady J hair on Zorana. It's about 95% workable. Well,
See, you just gotta have the right attitude
you got to have high hopes.
and a hobby knife. You can make anything
Yeah,
work.
there you go.
Hopes and hobby knife. Man, you got to mute those.
Sorry.
Blowing out your audio. But there we go. But Neil Hill says, I think they'll drop the name before 16,000. I don't know.
Depends on how it goes. If they, if they think that this is going too slow for their liking, maybe.
Right. If this thing absolutely screeches to a halt, sure. But it hasn't. So I don't necessarily see that happening. Currently at 13,700 and change. So yeah, well on its way. Like it's added 700 since what day was that Friday?
Um,
It was before the weekend.
Thursday. It was
Thursday.
Thursday, right?
yeah, because
So regardless,
it crossed Wednesday. Yeah, so
right. So that's for a holiday weekend when people are not hovering around their computer. That's acceptable growth. I'm just not panicking about this yet. I refuse. Bart wants to see Boy George Snake Eyes. I'd be in. I'm good with that. That'd be fantastic. Cheapest big spender would like to see the Haslab do the Cobra twist they did with the Sky Striker. I don't see that happening. This is a big boy, right? Like you can't assume that anyone's going to buy more than one of these, even though there's going to be some freaks out there that maybe have an entire shed dedicated to G.I. Joe that might buy more than one of these. That's Troy coughs because he knows I'm talking about it.
I mean, the Cobra thing on the Sky Striker 2 was also done to try and goose it over the finish line. It
Right.
hadn't crossed initial funding at that point. we're already past that point for the Dragonfly. So
Right.
I mean, if we don't get another dime, we're getting a fully loaded Dragonfly with 2 figures.
Right. Matt Rubin says we've got butterscotch snake eyes. Just wait for cinnamon stick scarlet. Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my. Troy, you want to give your George Takei a shot there?
Nope.
Bart says my G.I. Joe room is 400 square feet, and I'm still debating this. I just want the figures, screw the chopper. I'm sure somebody will buy just the chopper off of your hand.
Yeah.
You might not get the price you want for it, because I'm sure there's a lot of people that are leaning more towards the figures on this. But if it matters to you, it matters to you. But so for stretch goal number 3, Troy, did you have a pick for us?
Okay, so the more I think about this, I think it would be the new figure to go with the name, just like they did with the Sky Striker, because they've done that once and it was pretty popular. My guess would be they probably liked the response they got to that. So
Almost universally praised.
Mm-hmm.
I've even seen where folks maybe don't like Wayne Ruthel failsafe, like they think he's kind of boring, but even those folks concede that it's a great idea to finally put that name on a character.
Yeah, well, and this is a fan project. This is the for a fan focused project. This is the place to do that.
So if you're on the fence, by all means, get yourself a chopper. You can always sell it later. Somebody's gonna be there after it's all said and done, wishing that they hadn't passed on it when it was running. So go do yourself a favor and buy one. Even if you're not sure, pick one up now. You can eBay it to a sucker later.
eBay it to a sucker. Well, that's just nice sentiment there.
Look, man, it's right there. Everybody's so critical today. But Firefly, get yourself a chopper if you want to live. Oh my.
You have what you want. Give the people the air vehicle.
Next news item.
Do, 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 do.
That's it.
Do.
All right. So remember, Chunky Tank Kitty is here, courtesy of the G.I. Joe 3D Printing Podcast. Once again, we are reveling in the sellout of Chunky Tank Kitties at Joe Fest last weekend. Good job, all of you. Keep spreading the word.
Troy, did you get yourself a Chunky Tank Kitty?
I didn't get over there.
Oh.
You're a bum, Troy. Where are you?
I'll tell you, Joe Fest was busy this year.
Troy was selling his stuff, man. Can't hold him accountable for that.
That's true. He did have his own stuff to hawk.
He has a thick crotched enterprise to run.
That's right.
That just makes it sound all dirty.
Well, sex sells.
Dirty. My goodness. Well, what do you say? Let's take a moment here, talk to our wonderful sponsors at Kokomo Toys, and we'll be right back with you for some more hot Troy McKie action.
We buy, sell, and trade vintage and modern toys. G.I. Joe, Star Wars, Transformers, Marvel, DC, and more. Located in beautiful downtown Kokomo, Indiana, we are open every Wednesday through Saturday from 12 to 5. It's a theme park of nostalgia. Join the thousands of people who have traveled from all over the Midwest for over a decade to buy and sell with us. Get your geek on.
And we're back.
Hello.
And remember, you can always visit Kokomo Toys online on their eBay store. Just when you get to eBay, type in Kokomo Toys, pull it right up for you. They're open 24/7 on eBay. Troy, you ever been to Kokomo Toys?
I have once, many years ago. It was cool. It had an amazing selection of stuff.
Was that the downtown location or the old one in the
No, it was the downtown location, the current location, but they had only been there like a year.
Okay.
So
I haven't made it down there in a while, mostly because when they're actually open, I am usually asleep. It makes it difficult.
it does.
But,
Except for their eBay store, I hear is open 24 hours a day. So.
Yeah,
24/7.
24/7.
But it's no fun to take their eBay store donuts.
Yeah, doesn't eat a lot of donuts.
It's how I grease the wheels on this partnership of ours. I take them some donuts. They don't have a Dunkin' Donuts in Kokomo. I got one right around
that in.
So I can swing through the old Dunkin' Donuts drive through, be in Kokomo in less than an hour, and Todd is stuffing his face with Dunkin' goodness.
Mm-hmm.
But we show Amber just to make sure that Troy doesn't eat
Start over.
Yeah, the mayor doesn't eat all the donuts.
No. What happens? She doesn't get donuts. You get Amber her own box of Munchkins.
Oh well, there you go.
You keep Todd distracted with the box of donuts.
Yeah.
And Todd fights with the other members of the staff about the donuts. Amber takes the box of Munchkins and hides them.
Makes sense.
Look, Todd's the mayor, but Amber's the boss. You got to know how the politics work at Kokomo Toys. Scott asks, Kokomo, isn't that where the Beach Boys go? Yes, they get there fast and they take it slow.
Probably not as tropical as you're expecting, though.
No, it is sometimes.
The steel drums in that song are very misleading.
It is sometimes quite warm, but it's not a tropical kind of heat.
No, sometimes it's quite cold.
No. So, Troy McKie, we got a couple of minutes here. Do you have anything you'd like to show us from your wonderful displays at Joe Fest and upcoming at DFW?
I do. I've got a little bit, although I'm going to tell everybody when Mike asked me to be on, he's like, hey, you can bring on the Paint Masters. And I said, I can't because I sent him with John to DFW.
They're on their way to Dallas.
Exactly. So what I do have here is
here anyway, so it's not that bad, right?
Yeah, I do have a pack of battle stands here to show off.
Let me get you the big window, Troy. Hang on.
Yeah. Now I'm little.
You're tiny now.
There we go. So anybody who was at Joe Fest could have picked these up and taken a look at them, and anybody that goes to DFW could take a look at these. But we do have a limited amount that are available at shows, and here in the coming weeks, we're going to get them added to the Backer Kit pre-order store, and you can order them. So here's the way that's going to work. If you put in a pre-order for battle stands, and that's all you order, they'll ship here pretty soon once I get everything listed and get my button geared and get the package shipped. If you, however, add them to an order with other items or add them to an existing order that you've already got, they won't ship until the rest of your order ships. So I just want to make that clear with everybody. If you were an all-in backer on the Kickstarter, we are going to throw in a set of these for free with your pledge. So, anyway, we want to be real upfront with everybody. If you got an all-in, you're already getting one. If you want to buy an extra one, hey, that's even better. But all-in packages are going to get one of these, and they come with 16 stands. There's 8 in each little bubble there, and you can't really see it. I mean, I can kind of show you from the side here, but we were asking guys to pick them up at the show just to feel the packaging and how close we got to vintage packaging. We sent vintage samples over to the factory to try and duplicate for things like the card back thickness and the plastic thickness and stuff like that. Just because we really wanted to avoid, some of the bending issues like you've seen with the Walmart retro 6-inch figures, right? I hate the way that those card backs bend because the cardboard is just way too thin. So it was important for us to make sure that we got that look and feel correct. And we've also, we've got art by Doug Hart on the front, just like we will with all of the figures. The art on the back is Doug's. We've shown most of these before. So anyway, I wanted to show that off. So that's what I got in this week, because I hadn't had one prior to Joe Fest because we had them shipped to John. So it was my first time getting my hands on them too. So
Boo, boo, boo. But there's apparently pictures of Lowlight have finally hit. I have no idea where they are, though.
I'm finding a lot of customs and a lot of pictures of the 4-inch Cobra. So I imagine we're not going to have time to dig. I go, oh, that's good. Oh, wait, that's custom. Oh, no, wait. No, that's the 4-inch.
Do 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 do. Nope, I got nothing.
I feel like I should be dancing or something here since I'm on the big screen.
You probably should. I mean, I'm not bothering to click the button, so maybe shadow puppets are the way to go at this point. I'm not available to click buttons at this point, so
some pantomime. Everyone loves mimes.
I'm trying to bring the people the news here, and it's not working out for us. But hey, let me actually get back to the window. Hans Chow wants to know who your favorite longbow figure is.
Oh, well, do we want to caveat this with what's in Series 1, or do we just want to say overall?
Let's caveat this with the things that people would know about. So
the things that people can buy right now. I think Ghost is probably my favorite. I probably would not have said that when we first did the development on it, but the design, I really like the way that the figure turned out. And John and I worked on that one collaboratively a lot. Some of them are a little more John, some of them are a little more me, but that one was really us working together. And the shield turned out fantastic. And really after we got the shield down, I'm very enamored with that figure.
Excellent.
That's the invisible shield, right?
Yes.
Firefly says, Troy, I have you on my 75-inch TV, and you're bigger than 1/1 scale. Sure.
I also wanted to mention, because I think I saw a chat in there. Somebody was asking about international shipping. Yes, we do international shipping through the pre-order store. So don't worry about that piece. Now we calculated that shipping based on what Kickstarter told us, was going to be shipping. So if it seems high, I'm sorry, but we're doing our best on international shipping.
All right, so here we go. We've got that image ready to share real quick. No, get in there.
No, that's not it.
Apparently,
surprise. We're low light.
Yeah.
We're haunted by nightmares.
Yeah, I
We're
lied.
good at killing rats. In terms of the comments, Josiah Alcorn, looking for some insider trading.
Right. So I apologize. I'm going to have to do some quick work there. But Troy, here's Josiah Alcorn does have a question. Which longbow guys are selling the best, and which are going to be collector figures due to low sales?
So I will say this: in general, army builders are selling better than named characters, which is a surprise to no one.
Right.
But Henchman is #1 seller.
Make your own tracksuit mafia
by a pretty good margin. But the army builders are very popular. So named characters are not selling at the same numbers. But again, we expect that. That's not surprising.
And Dave McDonald notes the Californian streak is in trouble. I can't think of a clever way to bring it up.
I think the streak is still intact because Mark's not here.
Right. It's his streak, so.
It's Mark and I have to do that one together.
But Sir James, any info on when we could see the basic Soviet soldier? It's my #1 want. That's wave 1, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of my number one ones too. So it wasn't in the cards for the Kickstarter, but it's one we want to get in there sooner rather than later. So I would guess that it will be early on in the grand scheme of things.
Ooh.
We'll just put it that way. I'm trying to be very vague, but I want that figure.
In regards to the henchman, bro, no surprise, bro, right, bro?
Right, bro. Right.
Dick in the crotch. But I am still trying. So, Troy, why don't you? I know you got some stands in. You got anything else in?
I bought a few things at Joe Fest. Just stuff that appealed to me. This is weird, but I've done this thing the last year. A year ago in June, all of a sudden at Love's Truck Stops, they have these dump bins where they dump old hats. And they dumped a bunch of old original XFL hats. And so every time we drive past the road, I stop and I buy XFL hats. And I'm always looking for Las Vegas, but you never find it because it was one of the most popular teams, and they didn't have a pro football team at the time, right? So it was a big deal in Vegas. So you never find that stuff. So anyway, I've been doing that for a year, and it's this weird thing. And then this year, I'm still looking, and all of a sudden I find these hats from this chain of stores that we had in town called Gibson's, which went out of business like 25 years ago. Oh, wow. And they had a bunch of hats at this Love's in Tennessee. And I'm like, where is this stuff coming from? What warehouse has this stuff been sitting in? And do they have any action figure warehouses like this? Like, it's just weird stuff from my past showing up in these discount bins at truck stops. So anyway, if you find any Gibson's hats, hook me up.
So there's Lowlight, everybody. You can see him on there. He is just like you'd expect him to be. There is no single bullet like there was in the 3 3/4 inch version, in the pre-lost category, as former host Gary Godso used to like to say. But removable goggles. He's got a backpack. He's got the sniper rifle that you can take apart to some degree. He's got his little submachine gun, not an Uzi, but does have a submachine gun. Looks like he's got a knife too. So this is pretty awesome. This is all pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just going to leave it up there for a couple seconds so that folks can get their fill. But we're running out of time, so we're not going to do what we got in for Rob and I. We don't, I
got nothing really anyway.
We're back next week. I don't even have any extra beachheads and well, no, I do have to explain. You do have
to talk about one of them.
I do. So let me get this guy out of here real quick. Let me get myself in the big window. I did get this from Justin Luby. This is the master of ceremonies for Beach Party 86. And this is a custom figure he did. He's got Beachhead's head, of course. He's got Chuckles' torso and arms. He's got the creme colored bag for beach supplies. He's got Sagat's shorts and legs. He's got what's his name's backpack and squirter, and of course Polly.
Is that cesspools or?
Yes, that's who I meant. Yes, with the accompanying note. This is the MC of the beach party. You got Polly. Shipwreck and Polly had a falling out, and an MC needs help controlling and insulting all of those beachheads. Why is he wearing a balaclava? If he wasn't wearing it, you wouldn't know it was Beachhead. Truth. As for the tan ammo satchel, if it was black like the other ones, he might bring some ammo instead of his beach supplies. His ankles are wrapped because they're ugly. Don't ask him about them. And he has to have his water gun to hose down all the beachheads. Them on the beach with all those magazines on their chest in the sun could cause serious problems. Safety first. And he's got his boogie board because he loves to boogie.
Ladies and gentlemen, Beachhead McKenzie.
That's right. The MC of Beach Party 86. Not officially part of the tally, but pretty damned fantastic all the same. Thank you, Justin, very much appreciated. Again, I say there aren't nearly as many of you as you'd think, but I will ride or die with our fans. They are the greatest. But I see no comments about MC Beachhead, but whatever.
Matt Rubin has one.
All right, you guys be that way. You guys be that way. So real quick, shout outs, Troy McKie.
Shout out to my partner in crime, John, who's going to be at the DFW Joe show. Again, if you're in Grapevine this weekend, swing by on Saturday and check out what we've got. You know, that's kind of what we got going on at the moment. So
that's no shout out to the family who had to survive 2 weeks on the road with you.
They'll get over it.
Hey, thanks to the studio audience. Once again, you come in and watch, and we really appreciate
it. Neil Hill sums it up best. Justin, not all heroes wear capes. Justin might wear a cape. I can't say that he doesn't. So, but
if he's doing some legal work for Frank Costanza,
right. I will reiterate Rob's shout out to the studio audience. Thank you so much for joining us every Tuesday. Give a shout out to, if you're watching us on replay, you count just as much. We love you all the same. If you're catching us on audio only replay, still, we appreciate you guys too. There's some of you who have been doing that for 12 years. And if you guys weren't there, we certainly wouldn't still be doing this. We would go get our chicken wings at a decent hour instead of early with all the old people. But again, thank you so much for joining us here on What's on Joe Mind. Remember, if you're catching us on Facebook, give us some kind of a reaction. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a heart. Give us a little huggy guy. If you're on YouTube, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. About 30% of you every week watch and don't subscribe. I don't get that. You're not staying off the grid. YouTube knows you're here. Google knows everything. You might as well just subscribe, and that way it'll tell you when our new videos drop. Because usually it's Tuesday night. Sometimes we do extra things that nobody watches. Maybe you'd watch them if you know that they dropped. I'm so tired. Anyways, thank you so much for joining us here on What's on Joe Mind. We will be back next Tuesday for another episode of the Team Stream. We should have a honcho, right? Make sure you get out to DFW if you're in the area. Check out John's booth where Troy will be astrally projected in, like Princess Leia in Star Wars.
Be there in spirit. Yeah.
Just pleading for help from Obi-Wan. But Troy, if folks want to get in on the call sign Longbow backer kit, that is still longbow.backerkit.com, correct?
No, the pre-order store is a long one. It's like longbow.backerkit_hosted pre-orders or something. If you want to get in, go to cslongbow.com, click on the link for the pre-order store. You can head right over.
There you go.
If you need to modify an existing order, okay, because this has come up. If you paid in BackerKit with PayPal, all you have to do is contact us and we can open it up and you can modify your order. It's not a big deal. If you paid in BackerKit with a credit card, it's a much bigger process because in order to modify it, we would have to refund your credit card purchase and you would have to start over. So anyway, just be aware of that. With a credit card, sometimes it's easier just to put in a new order with a different email address, but that's entirely up to you and what you want to do. But like I said, you can make a change to it. If you haven't backed at all, you don't have to worry about any of that. You just put in a new order and you are good to go.
There you go. Check it out. Order big, order often, and make sure to throw some not free stands, but get some nice clear battle stands.
Yeah, get some invisible battle stands. You'll love them.
Can't beat that. But that's what we got. Everybody have a good evening. Remember, as our friend Vagon likes to say, stay safe, and if you can't, be careful. We'll be back next Tuesday at 9:05 for another episode of What's on Joe Mind.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.